Hey guys, Spray and Pray here, and today we're going to be talking about War for the Overworld. It's a game that's based off of an older game that came out in the 90s called Dungeon Keeper. It had Dungeon Keeper 1 and Dungeon Keeper 2. There was supposed to be a Dungeon Keeper 3, and it actually got cancelled, sadly, very sadly, for most of the gaming community. People were like, no, Dungeon Keeper 3, where is it? But it's been a few years. I think it's been like 20 years since the game came out. But now they're working on a sequel. It's called War for the Overworld, which was the working title for Dungeon Keeper 3. It is not related to the Dungeon Keeper 3 name, but it is supposed to be a surrogate game that's going to take the place of Dungeon Keeper 3. And I talk about this more in my other videos, so please go check those out if you want to learn more basic information about the game. As of for this video, I want to talk about the new patch that was just released for the beta, along with the new stuff that they added, of course, and they fixed a lot of bugs. So they added a new map called Parmesan Cheese, where you fight another dungeon keeper guy. I think they call them underlords in this game, so they're basically keepers, whatever. He's a dim-witted opponent. Clearly somebody named Steve somehow wronged the devs at Subterranean Games because they call him dim-witted and make fun of him and stuff a lot in the patch notes, which are linked in the description. Both the old maps have also been revamped, so Sandbox is now more dungeon building friendly. I assume this means they moved those gold veins that made my rooms misshapen as opposed to square. When I did my playthrough of that, you'll notice that my rooms look like really weird, and that's because the gold veins that they put there made me dig that out in that certain way. The other map, called Goodly Conflict, which I did also a video on, is now smaller, and it makes the long dig to find the Goodly forces a lot shorter because it was really, really long. It took me like 30 minutes to dig far enough to find any bad guys, really, besides dwarves. Now, in the new beta, they also added the feature to pick up your units, so you can pick them up and drop them off where you like. And if you pick up your imps, they will, when you drop them off, they will prioritize tasks that are nearby to their drop-off point. You can also slap your imps now and any creatures, but it just knocks them back slightly, very slightly, and it's really awkward how the character models get slapped back, so it doesn't look too good, and it does a little bit, tiny bit of damage. So if you do manage to kill something, you'll still be hard pressed to even notice that you killed them, because there's no corpses in this game yet. Their bodies just simply disappear like they're Jedi rather than leaving corpses. While possessing imps, you should be able to dig gold now. In the last things, you dig gold and it would fill up your guy's little bag or whatever, and you would never actually get this gold. Now the gold just teleports directly to your treasury or wherever your dungeon heart thing, whatever, instead of just carrying it around. A slew of other improvements and hotkey mappings have been made, so you can check those out at the War for the Overworld website, where they have the patch notes, and I will link those both in the description. As for the game, I think I'm very optimistic about how these things are going because it looks very good. Everything that I've seen so far is precisely what I would have expected from Dungeon Keeper 3. As for if you should purchase it yet, if you're a Dungeon Keeper 2 fan, I think it's very safe to say that you will be very pleased to buy this game, and it's a very good substitute for Dungeon Keeper 3. Anyone who has never played Dungeon Keeper or doesn't know what I'm talking about will enjoy it if they enjoy other management games. However, I would advise that you do not buy this game yet because it hasn't matured fully, and if you do buy the game now, there's really no benefit. There's only about an hour to 2 hours worth of content out right now, so you might as well wait and just be absolutely certain that you don't waste your money. The game, while promising now, has a ways to go. It has got a ways to go, guys, before it's a great game on its own, rather than just being a Dungeon Keeper 3 substitute. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a great Dungeon Keeper 3 substitute right now, but for it to be a full-fledged game that's going to be awesome for everyone to play rather than just Dungeon Keeper fanboys, it's still got a little bit of ways to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please leave a like if you did. Thank you for watching. Check out some of my other videos if you want to learn more about the game. You can click those now. I've got them up on the screen for you. You can also subscribe to me to keep up to date on War for the Overworld. And maybe, if you subscribe to me, check out some of my Let's Plays while you're at it. Thanks again for watching. Spray and Pray out.